What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, tonight marks the night for a mega heavyweight title eliminator showdown between former unified heavyweight world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, Andy Ruiz Jr., and Cuban superstar heavyweight title contender, Luis King Kong Ortiz. With that said, this is a big fight. A lot of implications on this fight. You know, this is a title eliminator for the WBC title. Andy Ruiz created history back in June of 2019 when he defeated now two-time Olympic gold medalist, two-time unified heavyweight world champion, Anthony Joshua. Okay, he shocked the world when he beat Anthony Joshua, and he became, you know, the unified heavyweight world champion. Okay, and he did so in dramatic fashion, dropping Anthony Joshua 4 times and ultimately getting a 7th round stoppage victory over Anthony Joshua. Okay, and he created history. Now he's 34 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 6'2" with a 74-inch arm reach. Okay, Luis King Kong Ortiz, on the other hand, 33 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 28 big wins by way of knockout. He himself was knocked out twice in his career. Luis Ortiz is now 40. He's listed at 43 years of age, 6'4" with a 78-inch arm reach. So Luis Ortiz is 2 inches taller than Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, he has a arm reach advantage over Andy Ruiz Jr. and he's a southpaw. Okay, which makes it even more interesting, right? Luis Ortiz, in his 2 attempts at a world title, he lost to Deontay Wilder, former Olympic bronze medalist, WBC American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer. He got knocked out in both fights, 10th round and 6th round, right? So he has a 2-inch height advantage over Andy Ruiz, and he has a 4-inch arm reach advantage over Andy Ruiz Jr. But with that said, Luis Ortiz had been knocked out twice. Andy Ruiz has 2 losses, but they were 2 disappointing losses, to say the least. His first loss to Joseph Parker was very disappointing in my eyes. I thought he actually won that fight, but it was in Joseph Parker's backyard. Okay, and his second loss is to Anthony Joshua, immediate rematch with Anthony Joshua, in which Andrew Ruiz came in completely out of shape, completely out of shape, nearly 300 pounds. It was reported that he admitted to training 2 times a week. You know, the first fight was June 1st of 2019 in Madison Square Garden, New York, in which he surprised Anthony Joshua, right? He came out of nowhere, the element of surprise, right? Nobody expected that. And he shocked the world. And I told everybody the biggest fight of his career wasn't that first fight. It was actually the second fight to prove he belonged, and the second fight to prove that it wasn't a fluke, right? So the second fight was the fight, you understand? And the second fight is the fight that he didn't show up. He didn't commit to it. You know, the element of surprise was taken away, okay? And, you know, he wasn't focused, right? And so he lost. Anthony Joshua was moving around. Andrew Ruiz was out of shape, couldn't keep up, and he lost, right? Then you have his comeback fight against Chris Arreola. He stated that, you know, he lost a lot of weight for that comeback fight against Chris Arreola. And, you know, his hands was fast. You know, he put the combinations together, but he got dropped and hurt. He got dropped in the fight. He got hurt multiple times in the fight against Chris Arreola, and it was the last gasp opportunity for Chris Arreola, right? But nonetheless, he got the victory. Now, the judges' scorecards wasn't, you know, suffice. You know, they got the right winner, in my opinion, but the scorecards was very, very far from what they should have been, okay? Now, also, then you look at Luis Ortiz. He was knocked out against Deontay Wilder, had a hard time getting big fights. Nobody would commit to fighting Luis Ortiz. You know, he even signed with Matchroom. He signed with the Zone, you know, to try to, you know, get a fight with Anthony Joshua, and it never materialized. But he got his opportunity in Deontay Wilder and was brutally knocked out in both those fights. More so in the second fight than the first fight. Fatigue and the power of Deontay Wilder in the first fight. In the second fight, you know, it was just the straight raw power of Deontay Wilder that brutally knocked him out. He didn't even see it coming. So with that said, he then came back, had a few fights. But in his last fight, he fought Sir Charles Martin, former IBF heavyweight world champion. And he didn't look good at all. Charles Martin dropped him. Charles Martin hurt him a lot. Charles Martin looked to be younger, fresher, quicker, you know, and he was beating Ortiz to the punch. He was first, you know, he was dominating that fight. And in true heavyweight fashion, it only takes one punch. And in true heavyweight fashion, Luis King Kong Ortiz lands a left hand, and in one of the most bizarre knockouts I've ever seen. It was one of the most bizarre knockouts I have ever witnessed. He clipped he clipped Charles Martin, and Charles Martin, when he landed the punch, Charles Martin had zero idea where he was. Immediate reaction, as soon as he landed the punch, Charles Martin had no idea, no clue where he was at. He had zero clue and idea where he was at. None. No recollection. He looked at the crowd. He was standing still. He looked shocked. He was looking at the crowd as if to say, who did that? What happened? Where am I? And Ortiz proceeded to pounce on him and get the victory over Charles Martin. But again, like I said, in true heavyweight fashion, one punch changes everything. He clipped Charles Martin and knocked Charles Martin out. Surprisingly, shockingly, right? I've never seen anything like it. You know, I've seen some brutal knockouts. Guy get clipped on the chin, go right to sleep, fall all types of weird ways. But in this situation, I have never ever seen a guy just get hit, clipped, and just stop and look shocked immediately and just look at the crowd in stun, in awe, and just look completely confused. That's what happened. And Luis Ortiz got out of that fight with a victory. And now I will say this. The triangle theory doesn't work in the sport of boxing, clearly. But what does work is that, you know, it's styles make fights. Now, Luis Ortiz size, southpaw stance, boxing ability combination, the fact he's in shape, that's going to prove to be a problem for Andy Ruiz, because he does have quick hands and he has a lot of power, Luis Ortiz does. But he doesn't have the it factor anymore. Luis Ortiz doesn't have that. He doesn't have the it factor anymore, right? He doesn't have that X factor, the hand speed, you know, the movement. He doesn't have that anymore. He don't possess that anymore. Andy Ruiz is still young. He's 11 years younger than him, reportedly. He might be even more younger than that. And I think that Luis Ortiz showed that Charles Martin hand speed, Charles Martin ability to box and movement was giving him problems. I think that Andy Ruiz is going to give him even bigger problems. And I think that Andy Ruiz is going to knock out and stop Luis Ortiz tonight. Shockingly, he's going to make a big statement, and it's going to set up a big showdown between himself and Deontay Wilder. And I think that Deontay Wilder, obviously, he has a big fight coming up against Robert Helenius October 15th. He's victorious in that fight. Deontay Wilder, I expect him to be victorious. I expect to see Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder in a big heavyweight showdown at the Barclays Center in the early portion of 2023. And it's going to make for, I think Andy Ruiz stopping Luis Ortiz tonight is going to make for a big statement, and it's going to set up a big fight. So I think that Andy Ruiz in the 9th round is going to stop Luis King Kong Ortiz. And I think that this is going to be a last hurrah. We may see the last of Luis King Kong Ortiz tonight. So That's my prediction. 9th round stoppage for Andy Ruiz Jr. over Luis King Kong Ortiz to set up a massive showdown with Deontay Wilder. And my prediction for Wilder and Helenius will obviously be fight week and fight day for that fight. So that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.